Alright, what is up everybody? So, this is obviously the final review. Before we get into it, if you had been paying attention in the Discord at this time that I'm recording it, obviously when this is put up, you'll have to look back and remember things that I don't want to remember. I have been sick for like the past, really like the past week. I just didn't know what it was. I've been on antibiotics now for like 4 days, so I'm feeling just fine. It's starting to heal up and everything, but if you've ever had a staph infection, it really sucks. Mine wasn't super severe, luckily, but yeah, it was a patch of red skin that started with a split in the corner of my mouth and spread like this, in like a C shape. And it's just red, just really sensitive, like scarred skin, right? So I had to get a topical antibiotic and I had to take an antibiotic, and yeah, it's getting better. It's not fully healed yet, but I felt well enough to come on here and do this time. So yeah, it's feeling better. Thanks for all your concerns in the Discord and stuff. But anyway, all of that's over with pretty much. Still got a couple of days of it, but yeah, I'm feeling great. Right, Fairy Cat? So, here's the thing about this final review, okay? I'm not going to give them numbered ratings. You are. What that means is, I'm going to do this final review, and I'm going to talk about my opinions on the characters, of course. But I'm not going to number them. I'm going to ask you guys to rate them by number in the comments and in the Discord when this video goes up. And I'm going to play the next episode, but I'm not going to edit the final scenes, the final resolution of this seed, until all of the votes come in, so I know what you guys rated the characters. So you're going to decide their fates, because it's too much pressure for me. Honestly, it's that, and, you know, like Granny has said, like a few people in my comments have said, all that good stuff. My like I've said about myself, my ratings are not super accurate or consistent, so you know, if everyone thinks that they can do a good job rating them, go ahead, and we will go off of your ratings, whatever the average ends up being, or whatever, you know. I guess it's going to be difficult for me to find the numbers, because there's going to be so many different numbers, but I'll work out a way to make sure that all of your opinions are reflected in what their final ratings are. So, anyway, that being said, my cat almost freaking got caught on my jeans, jeez. First day back after a freaking sickness, and you're already starting to be a butthole. Come on. Fine. Now he doesn't want up here, of course. Alright, so let's start with Biggs. Biggs, if I'm being honest with you, Biggs is not great. He's really bad, actually. So, alright. His moves. W Evil Toot and Condemn. W Evil Toot is 2 uses of Evil Toot that the Ghost Train uses. It's a bunch of different status effects, but it can only inflict 1 at a time. Excuse me. Oh, good God. And then Condemned is just Condemned, of course. And then, if you look at his stats, I mean, his magic power is 43. That's pretty cool. Except for, he doesn't have any magic. Oh, I should mention that I leveled everyone to 99 to give them their full, make them stand at their full height, so they get the best chance of the best ratings they can get at the end. So everyone is level 99. As you know, levels don't typically super matter in Beyond Chaos or in FF6 in general, but I wanted to make sure they had the best fighting chance of getting the best ratings they could. So anyway, Biggs has 43 magic power, no magic, no espers. The only thing he's got going for him, really, is that he can equip the sniper. That's like his best weapon here, if you ask me. He could equip the Break Blade, and it has random throw, and is pretty good too, and I guess can proc break at the same time it's being randomly thrown. But the sniper is stronger, it has the same thing. Bone Club's pretty good too, if we wanted to raise his magic power for absolutely no reason. So yeah, really, he's being based off what he can equip. You know, this Cat Hood has death protection, that's pretty good. The Snow Muffler is pretty good. But yeah, there's not really much to say about Biggs. He's just kind of a swinger, a fighter. Nothing fantastic on this dude. He stole the whistle from the Empire. that tells them when to come back from break. That's why they've been attacking us this whole time. Let's walk over here. We don't go this way first usually. Alright, Pikachu. So Pikachu, I think, is really, really good. Mostly because last seed, I did underestimate our Beast. Well, W Beast was even better than our Beast. But our Beast is pretty good. It gets Wild Bear, it gets Cockatrice, Wump, Wombat, Kitty, all kinds of really good buffs or really strong attacks. You're really never going to get something bad off of our Beast, unless it's like Taper. Taper's kind of a brick, but I mean, it has helped before getting rid of certain status effects. Our Element we've used a little bit, but really our Beast is where he should go to, pretty much, all the time, because summoning those, pretty much all of them are going to be helpful at some point. Our Element is too random, even though they're pretty strong element skills. But yeah, Pikachu's pretty great. He is also, he was equipping Siren, Carbuncle, Golem, and Torado. Golem's pretty good because it was giving us Cure 3 and it's Golem, but he has no magic command. So, yeah, there's that. And then he can't equip shields at all, period, whatsoever. I've found not one shield that he can equip. He's basically been rocking Cat Hood and Chocobo Suit all game, and he probably won't have this Excalibur as a stat sword by the end, because there's some characters I would probably rather have that. I love him for our Beast, and his magic power isn't terrible. I also love him because this is actually Ramu's Pikachu. Ramu became a Pokemon trainer and raised this Pikachu himself, and we're just hanging on to it for him for now. So, yeah, Pikachu's pretty dang good, if you ask me. But it's not up to me, remember, it's up to you guys. Alright, Dirt. Dirt, the character who is the most terrified of this deletion that may happen to all of the characters who don't get first place. It is, her command is a free casting of haste. It does it multiple times, which doesn't matter because it doesn't switch targets. But it is a free casting of haste. Earlier in the game it wasn't great, because we had the gold shield that was like auto-hasting and battle power upping and half MP costing. So we put the gold shield on like everybody. So when she came along and had question mark haste, it's like, that's a really good skill if we didn't have a piece of equipment that was already giving us haste all the time. So yeah, but now with the different equipment we're using, question mark haste is actually okay. It's still not great, but it's okay. As far as her magic, it's really sad. The best thing she has is Cure 2. X-Zone is arguably good too. It could take out Final Form, or the first form Kefka, maybe. But as far as Esper's Tritalk, man, MP plus 50%, she did max out on MP, but I mean, Cure 2 Antidote, man. No natural magic that she got at all. Her equip scheme is decent. We never did find a Paladin Shield or a Curse Shield or anything of the sort. But yeah, she's kind of down there for me, man. But again, it's not up to me. It's up to you guys. Dirt, I leave you in the hands of the people watching. Oh, please don't vote me low. Good luck, Dirt. Get out of my way. I'm not frickin' rating you yet. Blank. What's up, dude? So Blank, this game, was an interesting character. So he's got Madwin Rasp, which Madwin is good early game, like, non-elemental damage AoE, and Rasp can come in handy in some niche situations for free. But at this date, like how late we are into it, Madwin isn't going to be helping us much. And Jump is just Jump. I don't really have an idea on how to make his Jump useful. And his magic is where he actually shines a little bit. He does have, like, Shell, Haste, Vanish can be good in some situations, but really it's Life 3. He was able to learn Life 3 from his Esper, and he's got just the regular Life spell and Cure 3. So, yeah, he got Phoenix, which taught him Haste, Shell, Slow 2, Life 3. HP plus 100% too, which is why he's maxed out. Alexander is Ice 3 and WN, no big deal. Zone Seek, Cure 3, and Life is where he got that. And Magic Power plus 1 Esper on the Vanish. So his Magic Power is like 59 or something. Yeah, it's not bad. So he's not terrible. He's a good healer, like a good support character from what I'm seeing. He just doesn't have any way to throw out really, really good damage is the problem. So he's kind of one-dimensional. Good luck, man. Good luck on the rating. Alright, Cyrax. Not gonna lie, man. I'm pretty sure that Cyrax is our best character. Based on how I would rate the characters, I think Cyrax would probably be our best. First of all, Excalibur stat weapon. He can equip the Thunder Shield, Flame Shield, all the elemental shields and stuff. Cat Hood, also Death Protection, which is going to really help in the final battle with Kefka. And then we've been giving him a ribbon for his one relic. But yeah, let's take a look at him. First of all, he's got question mark Atomic Ray, which Atomic Ray is pretty dang good fire AoE damage. As you know, Guardian has it. As we also know, Granny and Maria have had it before, and that made them pretty good characters. So Cyrax kind of cleaned up a lot of stuff that I didn't think he would be able to with question mark Atomic Ray. He kind of helped us out a lot. And then he's got X Magic. Now that he has 999 MP, I don't know what I'll do to reduce the cost if I want to at all, but he could equip something giving him, like the Economizer, something giving him lower MP cost. But anyway, his Espers are freaking amazing. So Crusader taught him Meteor. Phoenix was Haste Shell, Slow 2, Life 3, just like Blank. Regen, and Ice Bolt, Slow, Mute, and MP plus 10%. Now those are already pretty good. It's a loud-ass plane. But then, you look at his magic list, and you realize, holy shit, he got more shit. So, he came with Cure 2, if I remember correctly. I didn't learn that from anything. He learned that naturally pretty early on, or he came with it, I forget. He's got Life, Cure 3, Life 3, all that stuff. And then you look at, further down the list, he learned Flare, naturally. He learned Merton, naturally. He's got a lot of really good stuff. He didn't get Haste 2, but he does have Float, he's got Dispel. Float and Dispel alone are going to help us against Kefka and a lot of the stuff in the tower. He's got some good stuff. His magic list is really good. This is like a Maria tier magic list. I hate to make that comparison, but it really is. The fact that he gets to do 2 spells, which includes one of them being Life. You know, before, he learned that naturally later, I think. It didn't come from an Esper either. He only got Life 3 from an Esper for a while, but then he learned that later, and it's like, okay, cool, now I can do the thing where I X Magic Life, and then Life 3 on the person he brought up. He can double Cure 2 instead of double Cure 3, instead of Cure 3ing, or he can Cure 3 and do something else. You know, he's got so many options. He can Meteor for damage, he can Flare for damage, he can Merton for damage, depending on our party setup, and question mark Atomic Ray, whenever he feels like it. So, Cyrax is really, really good. That's my opinion on him. So, take that for what you will, but I think he's our best character. Purim is our Mimic. We haven't really used her too much, so I don't have a huge opinion on her, but as far as stats go, they're mime stats, like average mime stats. The thing about it is, we could not get Adrian from the arena. So the only access we have to this Alexander Flare command is with Purim, because Adrian's stuck in the freaking arena forever. I never did find a striker. I've tried multiple paths in the Coliseum, betting stuff that, you know, was most likely to get us a striker, and all the paths led nowhere except for one of them, I think, but it's a sneezer. There's a sneezer involved. So, yeah, I don't think we're getting Adrian. He's getting left behind, sadly. But yeah, right now we've been giving her Alexander Flare and Sunbath. We'll probably end up giving her Magic instead of Sunbath, depending on the team she's on. But yeah, she's just really, really good, mostly because we, you know, being able to customize a character in a seed with mostly bad commands is really, really nice. So yeah, as far as equip scheme, not too terrible. I mean, shit. Elemental Shield, she can equip the Gold Shield for half MP cost and stuff. So yeah, Purim, I think you're good. I think you're a pretty good mime. Alright, let's go down into the depths of the airship. Hello, Fish. You swam right up to me. You're ready, aren't you? Alright, Fish, we also haven't really gotten to use that much. Mostly because his skill kind of fell off in the course of us getting better characters with better AoE. So it's Alexander Tech Barrier and R Esper. R Esper, as you know, is very random, and it can pull Crusader, which sucks, and that's about it. If it pulls Crusader, it's really bad. Everything else is okay. I mean, it's not bad to summon half the espers. I mean, getting a carbuncle might suck depending on the team or something like that, but regardless, why use our esper when we can go straight to Alexander and just see if Pearl hurts stuff, because it's a really strong esper. And it does tech barrier the enemy, but that's okay, usually. And then he doesn't have a magic command. He could equip a few pretty decent espers like Ragnarok, Flare Demi, Sleep, Quick, Cure 3, Quake Slow 2, Remedy, Cure 3. You know, he would have been a great mage if he had a magic command, but he do not. So the only reason that he has these learned is in case he's on a team with Purim, and, you know, this magic will be available to Purim. You swam into my heart the first seed I ever met you because of your awesome profile picture, and you continue to do so. So I hope you get a decent rating, buddy. Alright, let's go get Predator, who would be hiding down here. Alright, so Predator kind of fell off too. I thought he would be a lot better towards the end of the game. He might be, actually, because he does have 76 Vigor, which isn't terrible, and he's got Blizzard Quadra Slam. So Quadra Slam is a sword tech that's pretty strong towards the end of the game if you have high Vigor and high battle power, but in light of other stuff we have, it's not the best. And then looking at his magic list, it's okay. Like, I do like this magic list a lot. He's got Life 2, he's got Cure 2, so basically the White Mage suite right there. And then Fire 3, Ice 3, Doom. Float, he also has Haste 2, he's one of the only people that has Haste 2. So yeah, his magic list isn't horrible, and we'll probably focus him more for magic than anything else. But he did have Ifrit giving him Strength Plus, which I did give him for a long time, and Fenrir for speed. So I think he's okay, it's just his weapons are spears, and they're not the best for a physical attacker. Spears are just, in general, pretty bad. But, yeah, man, I think he'll get a pretty decent rating just based on his magic list, if you ask me. Let's go see Rachel. What's up, Rach? Rachel, despite exploding all game, is a really damn good character this time. She came with one of the best heal spells in the game, which is Sunbath. It's not quite, you know, Cure 3, it's not quite Wild Bear or anything like that, but it's a pretty damn good AoE heal spell. If she had better magic power, it would probably be a lot better, but as it is, it's okay. That's like the general feel of most of the characters in the seed, is they're okay. As far as her magic, Life, Fire, Fire 2, Reflect, Dispel, not the best suite because she only had Bismarck to equip, and it's not giving her much, and she didn't learn anything naturally. And then her lore list, sadly, has nothing fantastic in it. Basically what we've been doing is using her to sunbath us all the time and do nothing else. And then if we get lower on HP and she's not, do Pearlwind instead. For damage, pretty much we've just been, I guess now we could step mine, but usually whenever she needs to do damage I use Exploder. It's pretty funny that I've reduced myself to that, but yeah, she's basically just a straight up healer. She does nothing else. So I'd say she's really good just because of that. I think she's just a good healer. However you value like a fantastic healer and a blue magic user, you know, for niche situations and stuff. There you go. Oh, we've also been using Revenge a lot. Well, we would Explode to do damage, Phoenix down her back, and then Revenge for max damage. But yeah, there you go, Rach. You need a new profile picture. Pretty badly. Alright, let's see. Let's go downstairs. What is up, Red? So Red has probably fought the hardest in the seed for getting to where he is now. Because he wasn't that great all game, but he was determined, bound to determine, and Beyond Chaos blessed him with a lot of things. So, really what it kicked it off, because he had Phantom and he had Unicorn. Not great. Unicorn is great just because he can get magic power from it, which has been really good for him. And then we got Bahamut. Bahamut is what put him up where we can actually use him on a team and use cool strats. So he got Bolt 3 out of it, which is whatever. X-Zone's pretty good too. But it was really Merton that put him to where he is now, because that's really what he's been using. His magic power stat is 81. That is nothing to sneeze at. That is a really good magic power stat for a Merton user. So yeah, basically we've been equipping him like we did with Cyrax. with Thunder Shield and Snow Muffler, so that cancels out all the fire damage on him. Magus Rod to raise stuff up as high as it can get, and Magus Hat. So he's got 93 magic power after all that, and he's throwing Mertens on the right team that can absorb it or block the damage. He's actually really, really good now. He wasn't at all, but now he is. So, good for you, Red. I'm not giving you a rating because that's not up to me. It's up to everybody else. So, I will say this. You have matched up to your brother's legacy. Rad would look at you and be like, yeah, my bro's strong as fuck. Alright, Tiamat. What is up, dude? Tiamat was the first time I've ever gotten, I think, don't quote me on that. I think it's the first time I've ever gotten a Berserker in my cell spot and had to use it in the World of Ruin, and he did not disappoint. The one thing I will say is now I don't think we've used it much, and I don't think we will use the Blizzard Orb that he's got, because it's got S-Cross on it, which is pretty strong, but I would much rather he be tackling and chucking people, so he probably gets a Relic Ring, or a Rage Ring, and even then, he probably won't even get the Rage Ring. I've been giving him a ribbon just so that he can, like, be protected and just do the massive damage that he's doing. He's equipped these Tack Stars pretty much all game. They proc Ragnarok. Sometimes it works, most times it doesn't. He can also equip a Red Jacket to protect him from the fire from Merton. He can equip Espers, it's only Palador, and it was totally useless. He got Fire 3/4 Float, and he's got MP plus 30%, which does absolutely nothing for him. But he's been a fantastic Berserker. He's been really fun to use. And, yeah, man, I think Tiamat's really good. He's definitely, like, your standard Zerker. That's what I'd say about Tiamat. Good job, guys. Sephiroth. How about this guy right here? So here's the thing about Seph. He was really, really good in the Narsh review. He was pretty damn good in the Tomasa review. He's kind of fallen off a bit. Bioblast is still really strong, don't get me wrong. Bioblast is very strong to anything that it's going to poison. We have won a few fights just from being able to poison stuff. His magic power is 38, which is okay. Flash Elf Fire is less useful now than it used to be because Flash did not scale incredibly well. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but his magic list is pretty great too. Life 2, Remedy. I think he's our only Remedy guy. Doom. Pearl is in there, Break is in there, Reflect, Haste, Warp he's had since the beginning of the game, and I've loved it. But, yeah, man. Sephiroth's looking pretty good as far as his Espers. This is why his magic power is pretty good. Well, decently good. It was because of Shout giving him magic power +1, and then Seraphim getting him to max HP is pretty nice. I mean, now it's a little bit harder for him to compete with the other characters we have. Just because if the best damage he's going to be doing is Pearl, or we're getting lucky and stuff is hurt by poison, it's kind of a toss-up. But he's definitely not one that will, like, leave on the airship at all. He's coming with us. You earned it, Sephiroth. I guess we can call it even now, bro. Fucking Algus. Alright. I saved him for last because I hate him. I really didn't want him. I wish he would have been left at the arena instead. I still don't like him. I thought that maybe I could grow to like him by putting him in the sprite pool for this. It didn't happen. He's got Mimic, which pisses me off because that means he's good enough to come into the tower with us. Seraphim Bolt 2 is like whatever. His magic power isn't great. He's only got Bolt 2 and Magic, which he can already cast for free. He's got no Espers. You know what? I'm probably leaving him. Just on principle, Algus, I'm probably leaving you. I don't care about your Mimic. Yeah, I don't think he's that good anyway, outside of Mimic, which I have given characters in the past really good ratings just based on the fact that they have Mimic. But yeah, on principle, he's not coming with us. So anyway, that is everyone except Adrian because we can't get Adrian. He's stuck. I don't know what you guys think everyone should be rated, but I've got my own numbers in my head for everybody. I just didn't say. And don't forget that this, like, literally has their fates in your hands. I'm kind of pawning it off on you guys. I feel bad now, but we'll just see what happens, you know, in the finale. As far as the seed goes, it's been pretty forgiving for the most part. There hasn't really been anything spooky, scary, really, really bad, except for, Jesus Christ, that Fanatics Tower. It was easily the craziest Fanatics Tower I've ever been in, the hardest Fanatics Tower I've ever been in. To the point where I suggest everyone doing the Fanatics Tower on cursed encounters should frickin' use save states. Just do it. Don't let your pride get in the way, because what that pride will do is make you want to rip your own head off and throw it out the window. But outside of the Fanatics Tower, everything was pretty standard for a BC seed, except for our commands just sucked, and our characters weren't great. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be the end of the final review. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope these characters get rated well by you guys. So, we'll see. I'll catch you all next time. Peace.